crew getting ready for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Larry Markkinen. Clarkson's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Colin Sexton in for George. On the floor for the Warriors, MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Kevon Looney. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Anderson in at the 4. Ooh, poked away. It's stolen by MP. Here's Looney. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
And another miss by Utah.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. And the first one at the line is good. And, Stan, they always say for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves. Well, looking for that point-blank opportunity. Clarkson wanted the highest percentage shot possible.
Pass to Banks. Oh, trying his luck from deep. The rebound by Filipowski. The Jazz have gone 8 of 15 in the second. Sexton passes to Filipowski. Curry against Sexton. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Curry. Shoots over Collins. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 13.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Here's Hendricks. The rebound by Payton.
2 minutes remaining.
And the Warriors shooting the ball incredibly well tonight. 73% from the floor. Outside, Anderson. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Clarkson. And here's MP from outside. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Sexton passes to Filipowski. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. To the inside. Sexton tries again. And he lays it up and in. He has 6.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
To the left side wing. Here's Looney. Nails the baby hook.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Pass to Collins. Here's Hendricks, guarded by Payton. Clarkson against MP. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Here's Sexton. He has 6. Pass to Filipowski. Now Clarkson. 23 seconds left in the second. The 3 is up. And that's his 3rd bucket at 8 attempts.
Yeah, not the most accurate three-point shooter, but Clarkson makes enough to keep you honest.
And here's MP from outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors making this game a no contest. They poured it on.
Warriors, 78.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Jazz shooting just 33% so far in this game. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. George and Sexton in the backcourt. And it's Kessler in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Collins finds Sexton from 13. And that one hits the back iron.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
At some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. 2 points. That one goes. Sexton's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And look, Sexton's lack of size has never prevented him from mixing it up down low.
George against Curry. And the layup is good off the glass. Curry's got 15 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Pass to Collins. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. The 3 from Sexton. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Curry against George. Shoots from 12. Again, Golden State.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Here's Sexton. Oh, Green with a block.
A terrific position defender. Draymond can also challenge shots and protect the rim.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
Free throw is good from Collins. Stan, how do you think the Utah Jazz have fared with a relatively young squad?
Well, Brian, I'd say admirably. It's not easy to be the less experienced team figuring things out all the time, but they continue to grow and work and get better.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Shooting. 1.
Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times. And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier. If they can't improve their defensive intensity, they got to show some fight.
Here's Clarkson. Anderson pulls it down.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And here's MP from outside. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2.
Checking in for the Jazz, Patrick Mills.
Now here's Clarkson. Utah with another miss. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. More 2K action in just a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from...
Change here for Utah. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Looney's checked in for Green. Jackson Davis comes in for Anderson. MP is checked in for Heald. And Pajemski subbed in for Stephen Curry. Kessler, no good. The Warriors shooting just around 45% in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Trace Jackson Davis, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then there's Kevon Looney, and it's Peyton in at small forward. Down low, here's Jackson Davis, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
We'll stand former second-round pick Jordan Clarkson. He's averaged double-digit scoring every season.
Yeah, Brian, he's done it primarily as a sixth man. He actually already ranks among the top 10 in all-time points scored off the bench, and he's still moving up the ladder.
It is interesting that he prefers to come off the bench.
Yes, some guys do.
From deep, MP connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Filipowski. Now Clarkson. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
On the wing, MP. Hey, puts up a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks.
Yeah. Young. Yeah. I've been way too teed to ever let one of these play with me. Stay out the way with me and get hot like a block on a day when it's 80 degrees. Top out the top on the lamb, it was me and Chance was in Miami like the Heat. Top out the top on the lamb, it was me and Chance was in Miami like bam. If you gonna boss up, then you gotta learn how to take you some losses, bro. What it cost it, bro. And it got me exhausted, bro. My rollie go 40 below. Money and loyalty, all that I know. Cardi my glasses, Cardi my... We run the city like cardio. I open my eyes and still see... I walk in the kitchen, it smell like... Woke up with a style, she driving the boat. I've been fighting my demons, I'm whipping the ghosts. Proud of my glasses, proud of my lows. My brother tell me that I'm proud of you folks. Some gon' show love and some gon' hate for no reason. I'm already knowing. They try to stop me, but it's this bad. She telling me keep going. They try to lock me out, somehow still all worked out like Terrell Lawrence. They try to knock me down, somehow still get back up. And I keep going, I keep proving, I keep showing. I keep developing, I keep growing.
All my favorite hoodies at a bad condo. But I know this got my back like I'm Rondo. Sitting on my lap while I'm sliding through Chicago. Now we drive the boat, but when we came here, a wise man told me follow anywhere the star go. So I'm in that double lines blacker than some charcoal. Open up the side doors and scan you like a barcode. For the little, for the vato. See ya in Berea, boy, you better duck your taco. They be capping like they captain, I'm the capo. And I still a ship, go anywhere that I go. And I got the city on my shoulder like Iago. We in Miami like Martin and Will. She tryna get her a part in the film. Love it in Florida, but one California. The red bottom blues, so hard in the hills. I'm at the dock with my arm in the wheel. This ain't no movie, I'm starving for real. This ain't no job, I'm starving for real. I'm hungry for real, I'm barring for real. I'm warm for real, hands up, this a cool D-tie. Try to keep it P like a 2C drop, but we gotta lock up like a 2C knot. Know that you wanna see Cool G rap, but right now you finna see Cool G rock. Big guy with a little green bean for the dot.
Hey, man. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Don't worry.
Shut up!
Keep going.
Let's go. Come around.
Now we're rolling. One more. Just like that.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Get started, man. Let's get started.
Set up! Set up!
Shot! Take that when you get it, Curry.
Way to finish strong, guys. Make sure you get some shots up before you get out of here.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus! Y'all ready to lose?
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Shoot that!
There you go, baby.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Let's get this started already.
Yo, get there, get there!
Next up is one of my favorites, the OG mode, Play Now Online.
Meet your Play Now Online MVP, Jay off the rip. We are so excited to welcome Jay to 2K TV. Congratulations, Jay, for winning this 2K TV award for Play Now Online. Over 3,000 wins. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Thank you very much. I'm feeling good. I really appreciate it. I guess all that hard work paid off, you know. It's definitely a good feeling for sure.
All right, Jay, we've seen your numbers. I have to ask.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. Houston, here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for the Warriors, in at small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. MP is out there with Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Warriors dynasty with their core seemingly over. You never want to completely stretch them out. But, Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised.
And it's Wiggins missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now here's Powell. Defense right on him. The pass to Zubats. The second effort. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Harden, no good. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches, it's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Harden outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, MP. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
The Warriors making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. And so Dunn nails both of them. Warriors leading by 7. Schroeder dishes to Banks. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Down against Banks. Green. Good, and the assist goes to McGee.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And here is Powell. He had 25 points last game. Pass to Leonard. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Warriors leading by 14. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen, the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that
Substitutions have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
Derek Jones Jr. at the line for one.
That one misses for Jones. Pajemski with it over Porter. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Back to the action in just a minute. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And it's time for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Stephen Curry's doing. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. This is certainly not the way they wanted to begin the season. I guess it's never too early to start tinkering with the lineup. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Harden and Mann are their guards. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. To the paint. Harden with the stuff.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush, and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it. But it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
Setting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA.
Well, the mid-range is certainly the area that he is most comfortable. Kawhi Leonard, that's where he started, folks.
Thanks against Harden. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
Well, you and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Here's Leonard. Last game he had 28 points. Zubac trying to break loose. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. On up the court. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Anderson, he's checked in for Green. Banks, no good. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Harden, no good. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your, like I'm talking to my teenage daughter, what is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin. I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. Pass to Jackson Davis. Anderson outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night.
From a scoring standpoint, this is where Kyle Anderson makes his living, in that painted area.
John misses.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And the Clippers call time here. MV's really making a difference here.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Time to get up and make some noise for
switch here. Kuminga's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jones checked in for Zubac. Amir Coffey comes in for Norman Powell. Porter's checked in for Dunn. And Bones Highland subbed in for James Harden. Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Schroeder against Highland. Left side, Leonard. Shoots over Kuminga. And it's Leonard missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Passes it to Highland. Back to Leonard. Nice defense from Kuminga.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And here's Leonard from three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot go. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Curry is out there with MP. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting, even when you don't have your best game available.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Curry against Harden. Feeds to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Green with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Harden kicks to Powell. Here's Leonard. It's good from about 19 feet. That's 10 points for Leonard.
Well, the mid-range is Kawhi's bread and butter. This guy can get to his spots and take whatever he wants.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Banks. Some nice passing by Golden State. And that one's good. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Again, Leonard missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Drake, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Powell against Wiggins. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Looney down low. Zubac's defending. Back to Banks. Ball's knocked loose. Done with it. Now defended by MP. Shoots over Banks. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Outside, Green. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 6 points for Draymond Green.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the Clippers call time here. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference final.
Substitution on the court.
5 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Dunn. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Dunn's got 5 points now this quarter. And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points.
The Clippers, 58.
A moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Great pace, great energy, keep throwing.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Jones. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Coffey in at the small forward. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, Schroeder, a very skilled playmaker. This guy will open things up for his teammate in the pick and roll.
Schroeder against Porter. Dunn, wide open. He fires from outside off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now, here's Kuminga. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Here's Dunn, and it's off from three-point range. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And he recovers it.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Porter passes to Coffey. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And a wide open look for Porter. Los Angeles with another miss. On offense, here are the Warriors. Big stretch here going 10-2. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And that one falls.
Substitution on the court.
Now Pajemski. The feed to Banks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on James Harden.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Down low, here's Banks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And that's now 33 points for MP.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Green dishes to Banks, and it's denied. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Highland's shot is good.
Boy, Highland working hard for that high percentage shot. That's nicely done.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Bangs home the trifecta. Banks has got 38 points.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Green. Pajemski on the wing. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.